Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your boy Latre, sponsored by Chaotech, coming to you live tonight, the VSGaming First Division for the boys versus Seabiscuit, and it's promising to be an exciting matchup, and cannot wait to get into the action.
10 seconds.
Right, there we go, and the in-game sound has been activated as well. So let's get into the bans very quickly. We do have the Tusk and the Death Prophet being banned out, the Underlord, the Wind Ranger, and the Morana being taken out by either of these two teams. The third ban out for the boys is still pending, and would like to see what it is that they don't want to face against tonight. And that is the Tide Hunter that has been taken out. So the first pickup goes to the side of Seabiscuit, and let's see what they will be starting us off with tonight.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And that is the Shadow Shaman being picked up by the side of Seabiscuit. That definitely is promising to be a sort of a pushing hero. He's got the Snake Woods available, and the Jakiro for the boys picked up there. Jakiro, the twin-headed dragon. That is a lot of armor reduction coming through from him, as well as the disable and massive amounts of damage coming through, especially with the Macropire. On the Shadow Shaman, we do have the Shackles as well as the Hex, so he is able to turn you into a chicken running wild, and we are still waiting for the second pickup from the side of for the boys.
Dyer's turn to pick.
And they have decided to pick up the Rubik. Pretty good counter there to the Shadow Shaman. He is able to steal those Snake Wards, use it for his own intentions, and hopefully start pushing back when the Shadow Shaman is becoming over hastily with those Snake Wards. We'll be able to push the towers quite nicely though, and that is maybe what they're trying to go for. Jakiro in his own rights also pretty good against those towers. He is able to get a lot of DPS, and that is the Nyx Assassin. Haven't seen him being picked up very recently. It's been a while since I've seen the Nyx Assassin, but he does have the spiked carapace, so he is going to be able to remove some damage from himself and stun the enemy at the same time while doing it. Also able to drain your mana. Beautiful stun he's got as well. And then the Vendetta, which is going to make him invisible and move freely around the map. So Jakiro and Rubik are going to have to get those Sentry Wards up. Going to be imperative in this game. Nyx Assassin is just one of those dangerous heroes you don't want to face up against, especially if he's got that Dagon level 5. It's going to do a lot of damage to an enemy. And that is the Omni Knight that is now being banned out for the boys, and Seabiscuit wasting no time taking out the Void with that ever dangerous Chronosphere, and they don't want to go up against him. He does get quite potent during the game, especially during the mid to late stages. The Obsidian Destroyer being taken out by the side of for the boys, and Seabiscuit seemingly taking their time with this ban out. Not as quick as the previous one though. And let's see what they don't want to play against.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
Going into the reserve time at the moment, so definitely taking their time, and they are considering their options in terms of, now if they're going to take this out, what are they going to pick. So let's see what they're going to do. And they've decided to take out the Abaddon. So the third pickup for the side of for the boys, they do have quite a bit of reserve time remaining.
Dyer's turn to pick.
And that is the Tiny being picked up. He's now been picked up quite a lot recently, especially with the tree throw. That does quite a bit of splash damage, and he's able to throw an enemy out of frustration as well. So Tiny is a very, very nice pickup there for them. He's going to aim to pick up the Blink Dagger as soon as possible, and he can then obviously convert into the Assault Cuirass if he wants to. Can go for the Maelstrom and the Bajolner. So Tiny's a nice little pickup there for them, and he is going to try and counter the Shadow Shaman, get as many kills off that hero as possible. Shadow Shaman is quite squishy, and Tiny is a good pickup against him. Not sure how well he's going to do up against the Nyx Assassin, especially with the Avalanche and the Spiked Carapace that he will be going up against. So it would be very interesting to see how they're going to play it out. And the third pickup now waiting for the side of Seabiscuit.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And that is the Timbersaw now being picked up. So that is your offlane hero right there. Very, very tanky, especially in the early stages of the game. He's able to swing from tree to tree. Does quite a bit of damage, especially if any of the enemies are standing close to it. So they're going to have to be very, very careful in terms of that Timbersaw. They're going to have to get something that's going to be able to take down that armor, and hopefully they will be able to pick the perfect hero for that. And they have decided to take out the Lifestealer. Very, very good against the Timbersaw, especially with the amount of damage that he does. The Jakiro is also going to work pretty well against the Timbersaw. So I'd like to see how they're going to play this one out.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to bat.
Oh, the Sven. Sven is being picked up here by Seabiscuit, and this changes quite a lot. Sven hits like an absolute truck. So for the boys, have to get this game under their belt within the first 20 to 25 minutes. After that, if Sven starts snowballing, it's going to be very, very difficult to stop him. He does massive amounts of damage. He's got a lot of splash damage as well. So not only is he going to hit the target, but everything around it as well. I do see now that the Viper has been banned out by the side of For the Boys, and we are waiting for the final ban out for the side of Seabiscuit. So the bans out for the Boys thus far is the Tusk, the Death Prophet, the Tidehunter, the Omni Knight, the OD, as well as the Viper. And on the side of Seabiscuit, it's the Underlord, the Wind Ranger, Marana, Void, Abaddon, and the Shadow Fiend that has been banned out. And we are waiting for the final pickup for the side of Seabiscuit.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
And the final pickup there is the Pugna. So that is the Shadow Shaman, Nyx Assassin, Timbersaw, Sven, and Pugna for the side of Seabiscuit. And they're going to go up against For the Boys, who currently have the Jakiro, the Rubik, the Tiny, and the Lifestealer. And we are still waiting for the fifth and final pickup.
5 seconds remaining.
They do have Jakiro and Rubik that does work very well together. Tiny in possibly the safe lane position. Lifestealer might go off lane. And the final pickup for the boys is the Kunkka. So this is very, very interesting. I think Kunkka might go into the mid lane position. They might try and swap things up by taking Tiny mid. I mean, Lifestealer possibly could also go mid. Very interesting the draft that the side of For the Boys have actually gone for. I mean, on Seabiscuit's side, it's very, very clear to see where they are actually going to go. You do have Timbersaw in the off lane, Sven in the safe lane. You can possibly have Nyx Assassin in off lane. Pugna potentially could go mid. Shadow Shaman, Nyx Assassin support. So also quite a variety of positions that the heroes could actually play. That's going to change things up quite a bit. So let's get underway. VSGaming, First Division, For the Boys versus Seabiscuit. That game is up next. And we are into the game. So just to introduce the sides very, very quickly, we do have a child playing on the Lifestealer, just doing a bit of a breakup session there for us. And I hope that you guys online and in-game are enjoying that. Looking at the Jakiro, that will be played by Preator. Kunkka will be played by Calamity. Then we do have Rubik being played by Twaxak. And finally, Tiny being played by Wickerman. On the other end of the map, we've got Timbersaw being played by Tinja. Pugna is going to be played by Flash. Then we have Shadow Shaman being played there by Blind Chicken, being harassed quite early. Nyx Assassin by Eel Hori. And finally, Sven by Mount Kilimanjaro. So it seems that we might have an early game engagement here. But no, they've decided to back away. They're going to concede the bounty rune here. Carl's going to go into the safe lane position. We do have Twaxak with a nice little ward here in the mid lane. Going to provide some partial vision there. Might just be enough for them.
I owe my master. That should help.
It seems that Flash is going to go into the mid lane possibly. Ilhori is blocking that creep wave. Got the Tiny as well as the Rubik in the safe lane going up against Blind Chicken and the Sven. That's your Shadow Shaman. At the top lane, Predator and Child going up against Tunjo, who is actually in the safe lane position. So they are mixing things up quite a bit here. very, very interesting to see that Timbersaw actually going up towards the safe lane position. Oh, and that was actually first blood at the bottom lane. But now Twaxak, he's in a bit of trouble. Oh, stun going out there. Tiny's in a bit of trouble there. Beautifully stunned up by Ilhori, but he does try to block him off. Quick pick up there by Twaxak. And a good save going to them. Got a beautiful little ward here. So it is providing them a lot of information. Who's there, who's not there. Calamity going up against Fwash. In the mid lane. Another pickup going there to, ooh, and now this is going to be a bit of trouble there. Shadow Shaman's going to go down. Beautiful ice path coming out there from Predator, and Twaxak just providing the necessary time in order for Jakiro to actually get that off. Ooh, Tundra has taken quite a bit of damage, but he's doing quite well there up against the Lifestealer. Just look at that beautiful stack going his way. Oh, at the bottom lane again. Seems to be tower diving happening here at the moment. Beautiful shackle coming out there from the Shadow Shaman, but not able to really do much there. Mount Kilimanjaro coming in. He's not going to be able to catch the twin-headed dragon. They're just going to back away to safety. Ice Path is ready. Another lift. Beautiful avalanche coming through. That is the spike carapace coming through. Ilhori trying to run as best he can, but Wickerman is going to get the kill on him. Currently Kunkka, being played by Calamati, is doing pretty well up against Fwash. Being harassed quite a bit by the Nether Blast, but he's not really phased about that. Calamati with that Tidebringer doing quite a bit of damage. It seems that they're playing a little bit safer. Twaxak, his mana is limited. He doesn't have any mana regen with him at the moment. Ilhori just trying to maybe come from the back. Twaxak doesn't have any wards on him, but he does have the Smoke of Deceit available. Now we're starting to take some damage there. Lifestealer is on pretty low HP. Got the Whirling Death. We don't have the Timber Chain yet. Quick regen coming out there to Child. Kunkka actually took a bit of damage there from Flash. Just going to haste it away. That is Nyx Assassin. He's being lifted up. Beautiful stun coming out there from Mount Kilimanjaro that the Avalanche also gone through. Nice little shackle coming out there onto Twaxak, but they're not going to be able to get the kill. And Sven's not going to chase it either. Twaxak dropping quite low. He does have the magic stick available. Mount Kilimanjaro, he's being harassed quite heavily there, and that is the Liquid Fire that's doing that. Seemingly running towards the shrine. They are going to activate it now. Could they possibly rotate towards the mid lane? Yes, it seems that they are going to do that. There is a smoke up, but I don't think that they know that they might possibly run into Blind Chicken. Twaxak is going to be spotted out. He does have the lift available, hasn't used it yet. Wickerman coming in, beautiful avalanche there, and that Wickerman's going to get a killing spree. Calamati coming in, beautiful X marks the spot as well as the torrent. Lands onto Flash. Twaxak is still there. Does decryptify himself. Is he going to be able to get away from that one? Yes, it actually does. Seems so, but no. Calamati being thrown onto the Pugna. And now that puts the Tiny in a bad situation. He doesn't really have mana left. He's got one toss remaining. Calamity, he needs to get out of that one very, very quickly. And it seems that the pace of the game is going to start increasing shortly. Tuaksak trying to go onto Mount Kilimanjaro. Seems that Lifesteal has gone down. That is... Ooh! Is Mount Kilimanjaro going to be able to escape? Oh, but Wickerman gets a mega kill. And at the top lane, we did unfortunately have the Lifestealer fall to Tunja. Has finally managed to pick up the Timber Chain, which does make him very, very dangerous. Mana Boots queued up next for Jakiro. Those Nether Blasts doing quite a bit of damage. Don't have the Nether Ward available yet. That Smoke of Deceit being picked up there by the Nyx Assassin. And this is where Fresh needs to be very, very careful. Quick Decryptify. Is he going to be able to get Kunkka? No! Calamity actually being able to survive. Doesn't have any regen with him at the moment. It would be silly for him to actually stay there. X marks the spot. Is going to TP to base very quickly. Has got the healing salve. So just quickly coming back. Very nice play there from him. Mount Kilimanjaro does have the boots, as well as the Quilling Blade. Hori coming in, beautiful stun going up onto the Jakiro Avalanche, seemingly saving him, but oh, the stun actually misses. Great Bolt being popped out. That's the Ice Spot. Are they going to be able to get Blind Chicken? Beautiful Wickerman. And the entire bottom lineup seemingly able to share the kill. Creep, I think, actually got the last hit there. Wickerman very well on his way to the Blink Dagger.
Just like your ships.
Lifestealer is struggling a bit here against the Timbersaw. But we've got some more action. Hori actually managing to get off the Spike Carapace, but he does fall to Wickerman. But now Wickerman is in a bit of trouble. He gets shackled up. Mount Kilimanjaro, he's just going to turn around and avoid the Ice Spot coming out there from the Jakiro. So we've got a 3k gold lead net worth.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Oh, what's happening here at the bot lane? Timbersaw quickly jumps away. That was the ghost ship that actually landed. But Child is going to manage to get the last hit from him. Calamity coming in there. Beautifully played from him. Wash does have vision here at the top.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
But at the bottom lane, tower diving once again. Mount Kilimanjaro going in. Beautiful little stun. Wickerman, he's in a bit of trouble there. Tuaksak is backing him up, but throwing a tree out of frustration. Hori missing the stun. Does manage to get the mana burn off. Tuaksak now, he's going to find himself in a bad situation. Ice Path coming out. He manages to TP out. Mount Kilimanjaro's skill has been denied. Not going to be able to do anything there. But we do now have a rotation coming in there from Blind Chicken. And Child needs to have the rage available. I think he's actually going to be caught out. There is no ward for him. Does jump in, manages to land the shackle. And quickly rages his way out of that one to avoid any sort of magic spells being used on him. Beautiful built-in BKB there to him. Ooh, Tiny and the Lifestealer. Tiny does have the Blink Dagger. Does jump up, beautiful avalanche and toss, and now, oh, he does try to jump away, but he has been slowed. And Wickerman's going on a wicked killing streak. Hori got the Inverse Rune, is not the Vendetta yet. So, not to get overexcited about that one.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
This ward being spotted out.
Fortified their structures.
Dire's middle tower
Tiny
is
just
under
keeping the creeps away. That Fade Bolt and the tree throw working very well. But Kunkka actually went down in the mid lane. I think the ghost ship still went off. Couriers flying around all over the map. Another rotation coming in. A blind chicken. I think Wickerman's actually spotted him out. Dundra just clearing out the tree line to provide that additional vision. And the ward has been taken out as well. Mount Kilimanjaro has got the power treads as well as the enchanted mango. He is quite mana dependent. Pops the god strength and just quickly farms up that stack. Beautiful gold going his way. I think he's going to possibly want to build into the Echo Saber first. Beautiful jump in from Wickerman. And Mount Kilimanjaro does go down. Monster kill going to Wickerman. Oh, just look at this. Oh, the... No, Flash, is he going to be able to make it? Does pop the Decryptify, but Blind Chicken coming in. Just look at this, trying to turn the tide. But Kalamati actually surviving quite well, and I think that was a bit of a misclick going to Flash. Just Decryptifying Yulhori, and Fugner managing to survive the onslaught.
couldn't withstand the tide.
Wickerman needs to play very, very careful here. He doesn't have any mana. Blind Chicken coming in. I think they know that the ward has been popped down. Beautiful blink in there. He does get thrown back towards Prieta. Beautiful ice pass. Ilhori is there. Not going to be able to do much. And unfortunately, Shadow Shaman is going to go down. A torrent actually misses. 13 for 3, 13 minutes into the game. It seems that for the boys are taking a nice little lead here. But we do have 3 heroes on the side of Seabiscuit, who is in the top 3. And we've got Whirling Death on the Rubik. Tiny coming up towards the mid lane. Beautiful avalanche starts, but jumping him into Kalamati, but he does. Oh, X marks the spot, and the torrent just taking him out, seeming that Child once again manages to take out the Timbersaw. Seems that Sven's building into the Blink Dagger as well. Doesn't have that much to go. Should be able to pick that one up quite comfortably. So the Echo Saber is not the first item that he's going to pick up.
That should help.
Shadow Shaman with the Observer and the Sentry Wards. Child already has that armlet up, and he himself is building into that Echo Saber. Roxa coming in, does have smoke available. He's not going to pop it. Are they actually going to try and deny this tower? But they're not going to be able to. Yulhori is there, another jump in coming, and Yulhori, he is being picked up there. And Child's going to get a killing spree. Already 6k net worth ahead for the entire team. Tunja now moved down towards the offlane position. And Sven still needs to get some nice little damage items. Nether ward being spotted out there by Wickerman. Decryptify from Flash. They're not going to be able to attack that tower, but we do have a TP now towards the mid lane. Jumping up onto the Timbersaw. X marks the spot as well as the ghost ship and the top. And boom! That is Tundra going down.
Like a drunk sailor.
Oh, Rubik at the top lane went down. Yulhori, dominating streak going there to Child. Not able to stop that. Another kill going down. That's Shakiro actually being able to take out the Sven. And things are not really going well for the side of For the Boys, or rather say Seabiscuit at the moment. Are having some issues trying to keep up with the pace of the game. Another torrent coming out. Yulhori, quick blink away there from Wickerman. X marks the spot, coming in as well. And Kunka is just going to back away. Another jump in there from Wickerman. He's in a bit of trouble now. Decryptify coming out. And that monster kill streak has been taken away. Fwash getting 635 gold from that. Twaxak jumping in. And unfortunately, another death going there to the Timbersaw. I think Pugna actually tried to keep him alive, but didn't really work that well. Yulhori, he is in a lot of trouble there. Does pop the spike carapace. Charles just blocking him so that the torrent actually still lands. And Calamati now on a killing spree himself. And I do feel that Sven needs to stay out of the fight just a little while longer. Get that farm up as quick as possible. He's got the mask, or the morbid mask. I think he's going to try and build into a mask of madness just to increase that attack speed. But another kill going down. Bugner has fallen as well. You have a TP coming in from Sven. Got the blink dagger up. Is vision there for him? It's just going to deward here at the bottom position. But Yulhori just stalking Twaxak there. But Child is there as well. Does decide to go for it. They do jump onto the Lifestealer. Rubik just lifting Yulhori, trying to get away, but a quick blink coming in there from the Sven. DD is there. And Mount Kilimanjaro is going to be able to take that one up. 212 additional damage. But it seems that they're going to run into Calamati. He doesn't have anything to save himself. And he is going to fall. Killing spree going to Mount Kilimanjaro on the Sven. And he's doing a hell of a lot of damage at the moment. But is it too little, too late? Wickerman managing to get a tower down. Seems that For the Boys are playing more of a kiting sort of game. Tiny does have the Echo Saber himself. We do have the Windlace. And that Yule Scepter is looming. Ouch! And Child obliterating Blind Chicken with the help of Twaxak. Lot of damage coming through there. That is the smoke being popped. It seems that they're going to go on a hunting spree. Is Mount Kilimanjaro going to be able to avoid being spotted out? No, he's been spotted out. Quick blink up there. He does remove the smoke there from Twaxak. Beautiful little ice pass coming through. That's the avalanche and the toss. And that is Sven falling. Yulhori using that vendetta to get away. But now, Timbersaw, just look at the damage coming through from that macro fire. Double kill going there to Child. Bugner as well. Triple kill. And Lifestealer is going to be very, very happy with that one. And Yulhori, he's just going to turn and run away. We've got the Blightstone on Lifestealer, so he's definitely going to go for that Desolator. Beautiful plays coming out for them. 11k net worth going to the side of For the Boys. 20 minutes into the game, 26 for 9.
Top tower is about to take the plunge. Kira
building towards that windows. He is calling in the courier.
Dire's
Kunkka with the armlet as well as the drum of endurance. Rubik also queuing up the Agnum Scepter. He does have a Blink Dagger in stash. Do have the Bloodstone. 9 charges on Timbersaw. Rubik with that Aether Lens. He's going to be able to pop that ulti life drain from quite a distance. Smoke getting popped. Shadow Shaman has managed to pick up the Arcane Boots. Are they going to be able to find? Yes, it seems that they've found Child. Just giving the necessary information there. Beautiful stun coming out. Jumping onto Child. Is he going to be able to pop the rage? Yes, he does manage to do so. Beautiful jumping from Wickerman. But he does get shackled up. Ice Path as well, but he is going to fall. Tundra trying to fight his way out of that one, but Predator actually managing to get the kill. Now Tuaksak running up towards them. Calamati coming into play. X marks the spot. Ghost ship coming in. And it actually misses. Oh, look at Mount Kilimanjaro. He's actually wanting to fight, but he's turning around. Look at the damage. Mount Kilimanjaro, he had a second thought and quickly turned around to run away. X marks the spot. Do have the torrent coming out. And another kill going to Calamati. Is this the beginning of the end for the side of Seabiscuit?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Lifestealer does have the completed Desolator. He's got the 2 Mithril's hammers in stash. And he will be picking that item up very, very shortly. Things are not looking good for the side of Seabiscuit. They're going to have to find a way to come back. Timbersaw has already lost a good couple of charges. He's only on 6 charges at the moment. He's only got Boots of Speed. He might consider building up into maybe Boots of Travel. Wickerman stalking the Blind Chicken, jumping onto him, tossing him into the Lifestealer, who does get chickened up. But Tuaksak is going to take the kill down. Ilhori with that Vendetta. There's no Sentry Ward there to spot him out, so he's got freedom of movement. You have the Sentry Wards there on Tuaksak. He's possibly going to, yeah, he's going to pop it down there. And what's going to happen here? Are they going to be able to interrupt it? But Sven is actually farming the stacks. Calamati coming in, popping the torrent. And that's double damage going there to Wickerman. It's one of those heroes you don't really want to give the double damage to. But we do have Sven just around the corner. Just look at how easily Wickerman is able to hunt that ancient stack. Sven just moving out of the bush. Are they going to go for that mid lane now? They do have the double damage. They should be able to take advantage of it. Shadowblade on the Tiny as well. Calamati has the BKB. Dual Scepter finally done on Pieter. X marks the spot on Tiny. Does jump in there, but he's going to be pulled back. This Nether Ward has got 15 seconds remaining. Just being popped there, trying to find out where that Nyx Assassin is. And Rubik is going to be called back. They're trying to bait this out best they can. There is a Sentry Ward in the mid lane. These two wards just missing each other. Nether Ward once again being popped. And that's Rage going in there. Timbersaw just running. Lifestealer just giving a couple of love taps there to the tower and then just backing away. Seems that they are ready to go in for the fight. Beautiful little ice path coming through. And just using that liquid fire to take the damage from the tower. It could possibly force them to actually deny it. Tiny once again jumping in, but he does get smacked away. Is X mark the spot? No, it's not going to activate in time. Beautiful little ghost ship. That is Bugner that's going down. He has brought back very, very quickly. Tunja's going to fall as well. Blind Chicken is there. Child unstoppable at the moment. And oh no. All the buybacks coming out. That is the Ages of Immortal popping. Lifestealer just jumping into the creeps.
That should help.
And they managed to actually defend it quite well. But that did force the buybacks. Nobody on the side of Seabiscuit has any buybacks left.
Just got sent to the bottom.
They were forced to buy back so quickly. Ooh, Lifesteal has actually been caught out. Beautiful little stun there. He does manage to pop the rage. Tunja is trying to go for him, but look at the damage. Twaxak has managed to steal the return chakram. Tiny! Oh, managing to catch Next Assassin. He is going to throw a tree there at Tunja, who is just going to jump to a tree. We do have Wickerman that is inverted, still giving chase. He can possibly go onto Blind Chicken. Yes, he's actually going to do that. Another beautiful kill going to him. This is not a good situation for Seabiscuit to be in. Those buybacks just not available. Shadow Shaman is the only one that's finally managed to buy back. Popping down that nether ward. Standing in the sideline. Calamati does have double damage, and that's finally Wickerman getting the tower. X marks the spot, doing its work. Seems that they're backing away, going for the shrines, ensuring that Seabiscuit cannot come from behind. And a quick TP away there. Oh, but the engagements are real. Twaxak is in a lot of trouble. Beautiful, beautiful ice path, torrent, and the ghost ship. Tunja jumping in. Rubik unfortunately has fallen. Mount Kilimanjaro has activated the God Strength, but Calamati still trying to fight it out. Now Lifestealer coming into play. Beautiful little ice path once again. That's Sven that's going to go down now. Thrash, he's also going to fall. Going on to Blind Chicken and a triple kill. Is he going to be able to get an ultra? Going up onto Tunja. Doesn't seem that Tunja is fast enough. Beautiful little ice path. Are they going to give it? Ultra kill going to Child. And this is pretty much over. 44-15, 29 minutes into the game. And 23 team gold net worth going to that for the boys. They have played exceptionally well. Nobody from the side of Seabiscuit have any buyback remaining. Assassin has respawned, but he's just going to chill at the safety of his fountain. And deservedly so. I don't think he really would want to come out, but Blind Chicken has faith. And Blind Chicken is not going to take this one lying down. Mount Kilimanjaro has come into play. He does have the Black King bar available as well. Only the bottom barracks it's fallen.
Dyer's top shrine is under attack.
Oh, we do have the Skull Basher on Child as well. He's building towards the Abyssal Blade. We command going for the Assault Kiras.
Dyer's top
Predator does have the Force Staff in the stash.
Cup runneth empty.
And Kunka, oh, he's building into that Daedalus. But we have a wraparound here.
Dyer's top barracks.
He's going to get spotted out. And now this is a battle happening. Next assassin falls so quickly. Predator has to run away from that one. Ghost ship coming in. That does unfortunately miss. Flash can't really do much. X marks the spot coming out. That's just to try and keep him at bay. But now Mount Kilimanjaro is trying to come in as well. Beautiful little Eel Scepter being used, as well as the Ice Path and the Macro Fire. Tunja and Mount Kilimanjaro is taking a lot of damage, but he is unfortunately going to fall. Tunja is still there. Beautiful little Chief Chas. Oh, X marks the spot. But we do have a buyback there now from the Sven. Is he going to be able to go into Child? He's full HP. If he falls now, it's pretty much over. Does decide to jump onto the Lifestealer, jumps into the creep, but now he's turning the fight up against the Sven. He is going to go down. Beautiful little kill, and GG, well played, being called. And your game number 1 is going to go to For The Boys, who played exceptionally well. 32 minutes, 32,000 team net worth. They did very well to take game number 1. And I cannot wait to get into game number 2. It's going to be an exciting matchup. Well done to For The Boys. And we will be right back just after this. Do not go anywhere. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your boy Lartre, sponsored by Chaotech, coming to you live. Game number 2, VSGaming, first division matchup, Seabiscuit versus For The Boys. And as you can see, For The Boys have taken the first game, did very, very well to do so. And this time is a revenge for the side of Seabiscuit. So let's see how they fare. So looking at the first bans out, we do have the Tusk as well as the Death Prophet once again being taken out. Seabiscuit with a bit of a respect ban, taking out the Tiny and the Winter Wyvern. I've never really liked Winter Wyvern that much. So very, very complicated hero, and you have to have that communication absolutely perfect in order to play that hero. We are currently waiting for the third ban out for the side of For The Boys, and they have decided to take out the Lycan. So they don't want anyone running around on the map full speed and killing them. So a good ban out there from them. The third ban from the side of Seabiscuit is still pending, waiting for that one to happen. They do have quite a bit of reserve time, but they're going to waste no further time taking out the Underlord. And first pick up for the side of For The Boys. And what is it that they're going to pick up this time round?
Radiant's turn to pick.
And they've decided to go for the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor's got very, very nice. He's got the Paralyzing Cask as well as that ever so dangerous Maledict. And not to forget about the healing and then the Death Ward. That does quite a bit of damage, especially with the Magnum Scepter, and it's going to make the team fights so much easier for the boys, as Seabiscuit is not going to want to fight up against a Death Ward being dropped. It is going to make them want to turn around and run for the hills. But now Jakiro being picked up, and that is a possible counter for the Jakiro. If the Death Ward drops, you just drop that Ice Bath, and Witch Doctor will stop the ulti. And the Void being picked up by Seabiscuit. Nice little hero. He's got the Time Walk available. He is able to time lock as well. And not to forget the ever so dangerous Chronosphere is going to lock you into place, and Faces Void is just going to start lapping around like there's no tomorrow. But hopefully Witch Doctor might be able to stay outside of the Chronosphere, and we'll see how he manages to handle this game. Going into the reserve time at the moment for the boys. Only 2 seconds though. And that is a Vengeful Spirit being taken out. A very, very good counter for Faces Void. Is able to swap a ally out of the way of Faces Void, trying to avoid that he is actually being killed off. So Vengeful Spirit will take a bullet for the team. Gonna have to be very, very quick fingers with that. Has to be absolutely on par. And we'll see how Vengeful Spirit is going to be able to handle the game. He does have beautiful armor reduction as well as the swap and the stun. The magic missile is able to do quite a bit of damage as well. He does come with a damage aura. So we'll see how things pan out for the side of For The Boys. Waiting for the 4th ban out. Haven't waited that long though. It is the Terrorblade being taken out. Nice little ban out there as well. Terrorblade is a absolute irritation. He has got the Sunder available, so he is going to try and heal himself up. But For The Boys, decided to take out the Ancient Apparition, which does work well with the Faces Void as well. Also, the Witch Doctor will be able to counter the Faceless Void as well if he is outside of that chronosphere, and any mistake coming from this Void could prove catastrophical for the side of Seabiscuit. Able to drop that Death Ward down, and that's going to do damage, and Faceless Void is going to try and get away from that, but we'll see how he manages. Fifth ban out now for the side of Seabiscuit. Are going into the reserve time. Minute 34 seconds.
The dire get a ban.
And that is the Juggernaut actually being banned out right now.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And Nagasiren. Nagasiren recently being picked up quite a lot in the second games of most of the matches. So very, very nice to see that we're not going to have the disruption that Nagasiren brings forth with the Song of the Siren, able to put the enemies to sleep, which is going to be able to put them in a very, very good position. And that would have helped Faceless Void also quite a lot. But the third pickup now for the side of Seabiscuit. One minute and 10 seconds remaining reserve time. And that is Lich. Lich. Oh, such a beautiful Euro. It's going to work very well with the chronosphere of the Faceless Void. Lich does have the ulti that is going to pop in the chronosphere. But they're once again going to have to time it very carefully. Their positioning also very, very important in this game. Faceless Void does run the risk of catching any allies inside the chronosphere, which is not really what he would want to do. Get the teammates outside of the chronosphere and they will do damage from the outside. Waiting for the third pickup from the side of For the Boys.
Radiant's turn to pick.
And they've decided to pick up the Clockwork. A nice pickup there from them. And this does obviously open up the door for the Shadow Fiend, who is still up for grabs at the moment.
Seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn to pick.
Ooh, Gyrocopter.
Here's the Radiant band.
Drow Ranger.
And the Drow Ranger immediately getting picked up. So the Vengeful Spirit and the Drow Ranger is going to amplify so much damage in this game. It's not even going to be funny. We do see that Anti-Mage now has been taken out. But just to get to the Vengeful Spirit and the Drow combination, it's absolutely lethal. Queen of Pain being taken out. And is this the possibility for a Shadow Fiend being picked up here? And that possibly could obliterate the side of Seabiscuit. What is it that For the Boys is going to go for? They do have the Witch Doctor. They've got the Vengeful Spirit and the Clockwork, as well as the Drow Ranger. So that's silence, stun, a lot more stun, a little bit more mini stun. And For the Boys seemingly is going to try and create space. And is that going to be the Shadow Fiend being picked up here? I'd really love to see a Shadow Fiend. But what are they going to decide to pick up here?
Radiant's turn to pick.
And that is the Shadow Fiend. As I thought, Shadow Fiend is going to work exceptionally well with the mass or damage aura being pumped out. The side of Seabiscuit has to be very, very careful right now. The Invoker being picked up. That's the Jakiro, the Faceless Void, the Lich, the Gyrocopter, and the Invoker for the side of Seabiscuit, and that is going up against the Witch Doctor, the Vengeful Spirit, the Clock, the Drow, and the Shadow Fiend on the side of For the Boys. This is your VSGaming First Division matchup, game number 2, Seabiscuit versus For the Boys. Match coming up next. And we are into the game. Without any further delay, I'm going to introduce the sides to you guys very quickly once again. On the side of Seabiscuit, we have Fwash playing on the Invoker. We have Lich being played by Eelhori. Faces Void by Tundra. Jakiro by Blind Chicken. And finally, the Gyrocopter by Mount Kilimanjaro. On the opposite end of the map, though, we do have Drow Ranger being played by Child. Witch Doctor by Predator, Shadow Fiend by Calamati, Vengeful Spirit, he will be played by Twaxak, and finally the Clockwork will be played by Wickerman. He's already placed a beautiful ward here, but it seems we're going to have an early game engagement going up against Twaxak. Beautiful little jump forward there by Tundra, going to try and get the skill here, but now Predator coming in, does get a beautiful stun off there. Are they going to try and fight this out? 28 seconds before that bounty spawns. Predator's got 12 seconds for the stun. But Tundra, he's going to harass quite a bit. At the bottom lane, though, we do have Mount Kilimanjaro has got the homing missile for Wickerman. And it seems that Seabiscuit is going to be able to pick up that rune. They are trying to fight it out, going in for it. Child manages to pick it up. Beautiful play there by him. Sunstrike coming through. Oh, that actually lands on Twaxak. He's taking a hell of a lot of damage. We do have the Time Walk still available on Tundra. Is now turned his attention towards Predator. Going to try and pull the creep lane. Got a TP back there by Twaxak. And the creeps managed to stay into the lane. Lich has got the sacrifice available. So it's a Gyrocopter going up against the Clockwork in the mid lane. We do have Shadow Fiend going up against the Invoker. And at top we do have Drow Ranger as well as the Witch Doctor, and Vengeful Spirit will be joining them very shortly, going up against the Faceless Void. Eelhori, he's going to try and come from the side, but he has been spotted out by that ward, and a Clock is just going to move into the tree line, trying to avoid any further damage. But now a beautiful stun coming out there from the Witch Doctor, going up towards the Void, but they're not going to be able to catch him. Shadow Fiend does have 4 Necromancy spells as well as the Precision Aura. Got the Cold Snap as well as the Sunstrike on the Invoker. And Blind Chicken is actually taking, using so much mana to try and harass the Clockwork. But he does seemingly get away with the Stout Shield. He's going to help him tank up quite a bit. He's just going to wait for that bounty rune to spawn. Ginger going after Twaxak. But Predator coming now from the side. That was a very quick time walk. And he is going to steal the bounty rune.
Time is money.
That's absolutely perfect for him. He's going to be very happy with that one. And Clockwork at the bottom lane does have the double damage rune, and that's just going to help him farm up so nicely. 7 for 3 currently on the clockwork. 10 for 3 onto the gyrocopter. Just pulling these creep waves back behind the tower. Sun went on to Void. Oh, Wicker Man actually manages to get the first blood. Yul Hori on the Lich has gone down. That was just the power cogs and the battery assault catching Lich out of position. And just using the rocket flare to just gain that additional vision on the map. But 16 for 6 last hits and denies on Calamity, the Shadow Fiend. That's up against 9 and 0 for the Invoker, who is struggling to farm. Has missed another last hit. Clockwork at the bottom lane. Not doing too badly. 8 for 4. And he's just going to continue waiting for those bounties, and that's going to help him quite a lot. He's going to take a risk and run towards bot. Just get that bounty rune, but we do have a invis right there. And that could be picked up by any one of them in time. Shadow Fiend does not have a bottle, but it does seem that he is going to go for the invis. Not level 6 yet, only level 5. And he's going up to Flash. Sunstrike as well as the Cold Snap. Manages to land. Trying to block. And he's going to be able to get the kill. Yul Hori not in time to actually do anything. But now Clockwork's finding himself in a bad situation. Trying to TP out. Yes, he's actually going to be able to do that by the skin of his teeth. And we finally have level 6 on the Shadow Fiend. Sunstrike coming out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Faces Void. They are trying to zone him out. Now we do have a rotation coming in from Lich. Does have a Sentry Ward available. Clockwork only level 4 at the moment. Gyro as well. And we do have the Tranquil Boots there on the clock. Lich just waiting in the wings. Any sort of overextension could prove fatal. And that's Witch Doctor. Way overextended. God does get slowed there by Lich. Sunstrike comes out, but it does miss. Beautiful time walk in. Yul Hori is going to be able to get the kill. And the Sentry Ward does spot out an Observer.
Dire's top tower is under
Shadow Fiend has moved up. Easy kill there for him, and he's just going to rotate through. He does have the Haste Rune available, and he's just going to TP back to base very quickly. Got the Ring of Aquila as well. Come on, just using that battery assault. That just makes it so difficult for Gyro to actually get in, but the rocket barrage I don't think gets affected by any sort of mini stun. But the flak cannon, which I do feel is probably the most important spell on Gyro, as it does help with harassment, as well as in the latter stages of the game, just to get those kills up. It does do quite a lot of damage. We already have a 2k lead net worth for the side of for the boys. 7 minutes in the game, 1 for 3. And that's the top tower that's actually fallen. We have another ward here, 100 gold that could possibly go to the Faces Void. But they're just using that shrine. Clockwork almost level 6, then he should be able to get the hook shot off. And that's really going to start. But we have the Chronosphere. Oh, Drow Ranger is in trouble. Does manage to get the gust off. But unfortunately Blind Chicken is going to be able to get the kill. It doesn't go to the Faces Void. But the Chronosphere was used as well with the time dilation.
I'll take that.
Rotation towards mid. Yul Hori is there. Calamity needs to be very careful. Does have a drum of endurance, so that's just going to increase his movement speed. Weaker man at the bottom lane. 1 or 2 creeps away from that ever important hook shot. And we finally have the flak cannon as well as the cooldown available. Tuaksak is waiting on the sideline, has got 3 charges on the magic stick. But Blind Chicken, oh, he's going to run into Tuaksak. Yul Hori coming in as well, bit of armor reduction. That's a stun coming out as well as the hook shot. That is the cogs being used. And Battery Assault, Wicker Man taking a lot of damage there from the Sunstrike. Running up towards Yul Hori. Mount Kilimanjaro is there. But Lich is going to be able to get the kill. XP per minute going way in the favor of the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend leading in gold as well. And just stacking up the Ancients there, using that Wave of Terror. Double damage at bottom.
I'll take that.
The command does have the hook shot available again, as well as the Battery Assault. Holding his way towards that very important Blade Mail.
Are Radiant using echolocation?
That is the scan being used there by Radiant. Trying to figure out where they can move around the map. Double damage on the Witch Doctor. He's not level 6 yet, so the Death Ward is not available. And Mount Kilimanjaro not really making use of the flak cannon. But the rotation coming in from Weaker Man, is he going to be able to land it onto the Invoker? Waiting for it. Moving in position. He's right by the tower. So he's not going to want to go anywhere in this position without having any sort of creeps. Yul Hori coming around. I don't think he's spotted out Weaker Man yet. Hero coming in as well. Trying to go onto the Vengeful Spirit. Old snaps. Wicker Man waiting for it. We do have Void coming in as well. Oh, he manages to go off right under the tower. Hasn't got the Blade Mail yet, but that Chronosphere actually misses. And Wicker Man is going to be able to take down the Invoker. Tundra jumping onto Calamity. Shadow Fiend. Beautiful kill going to him. And Yul Hori actually managing to take out the Shadow Fiend. Beautiful kill. 7 for 7. Basically 12 minutes into the game. And that was a quick drop down of a Sentry Ward as well. But Shadow Fiend has opted to go for the Blink Dagger. Illusion being picked up there by Gyro. Clockwork about 100 gold away from that Blade Mail. And Shadow Fiend has got to quickly build up the Necromastery. He's just gonna deny. Ninja has got the Vladimir's offering. I'm assuming that he's possibly going to want to build into a Battle Fury, which is just going to help him farm up so much quicker. Vinci Wardia, and that just spots out for the boys Senchi.
Boom, there it goes.
Wickerman, is he going to try and go onto Gyro? He's seemingly wanting to play a bit safe. Wants to finish up the 4-staff as well. He's got the Blade Mail already. Mount Kilimanjaro just using those flak cannons to farm up.
Incoming.
Rocket Flare being used. Yulhori. Oh, this is a dangerous position for Wickerman to be in. Blind Chicken coming in under the effect of smoke. Crash also has got the Hand of Midas.
Denied.
And finally we've got the swap available for Vengeful Spirit. Smoke coming out. Wickerman. Are they going to go for the mid position? It does seem so. Akiro is not aware of what's happening. Deathward is available on Predator as well. Oh, he's actually going to run into that one. Smoke does get popped. Beautiful little cogs. And let's look at that ulti coming in there from oh, Danger jumping in there, going on to Witch Doctor, punishing him for dropping that little Death Ward. He's just going to be able to get away there.
Just like
And Wickerman not able to do anything anymore. He's just going to back away. There's a nice Death Ward drop there from Witch Doctor, but it was interrupted. And when he tried to run away, Void just jumped on him. Calamity managing to get the last hit on the tower. Top tower has also fallen. They now just need to focus their attention towards the bot, which seemingly they're actually going to try and do. Dual Scepter on the way there for the Shadow Fiend. Oh, Child, he's in a bit of trouble there. Oh, call down. Shrine. Oh, beautiful swap out there from Tuxuck, activating the Shrine. And now they're turning it up against Mount Kilimanjaro. Beautiful little mini stuns coming through. Wickerman is going to be chuffed with himself. Quick TP in from him.
I'll take that.
And they turn the fight around in an instant. That swap causes so many issues. Ilhori trying to get rid of Prieto. He does get stunned up. Beautiful blink in there from Calamati. That is the Maledict being popped down as well. Ice Path, the Sunstrike coming through. Macropie, and Calamati is actually going to go down. Beautiful kill there from them. And it seems they're actually going for the Roshan. And Child sneakily going to pick that one up. I would have possibly preferred to give it to Wickerman. Wickerman is normally the first one in battle. But they've decided to give it to Child.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Oh, quick cheeky little jump on to avoid. He does get silenced up. I doubt he's going to get away. No, he is not going to be able to. I don't think the cogs actually went the way that it was supposed to go. But definitely worked in the favor of Drow, who was able to silence up. Invoker not really any real items to speak of, with the exception of the Hand of Midas. Lich has got the Tranquil Boots up. There is a rotation coming through. Do have the Sunstrike as well as the Forge Spirits available. Blind Chicken's just going to back away. Now Sunstrike, that is coming out there for the Invoker. Oh, Calamity at the top lane, managing to take out the Gyrocopter. Also used the ulti as well. Quick rotation coming in. Hori. Oh, he's been silenced up. Beautiful wave of terror coming through, as well as the Maledict. But just look at the amount of damage he's taking. Dundra jumping in. He's going to get a unfortunate little Chronosphere down. And that definitely did not go his way. Another swap coming out there. And oh, unfortunately, Jakiro is going to go down. Everything is going absolutely wrong for the side of Seabiscuit. And this is not the position that they want to be in. You do still have the Aegis of Immortal on the Drow Ranger, but that fight went horribly, horribly wrong. I think that was more of a bit of a panic play, if I can put it to that effect. For the boys, are just starting to run all over the side of Seabiscuit. 15k net worth, 19 minutes into the game, and that is 9-4-17. Just looking at the net worth, currently the top 3 is all for the boys, the Shadow Fiend, the Drow, as well as the Clock. Ninja, 46 seconds before Chronosphere becomes available. Hero does have the Macro Pyre. Lich 10 seconds away from the Chain Frost, but that Ice Path not really doing anything. But Child is just going to stand back and attack the tower. Manages to get it. Void did try and deny. But Wicker Man now has got the Force Staff as well, building his way towards the Agnum Scepter. Fiend does have the Boots of Travel. Going to be able to move quite freely around the map. Also going to be able to kite quite a lot. He can go on his own pushing spree if he feels like it. And Twaxak just providing vision with the Wave of Terror. And Seabiscuit is being forced to stay inside of their own base. Can't really move away from there at the moment. It's the Mantis style that the Drow Ranger is trying to build at the moment. Oh, quick jump in there from Tundra, managing to catch him out. Just look at all of this damage, and Child melting, but that is the Aegis of Immortal being popped. Calamity coming in, Faceless Void has actually gone down. Chain Frost there from the Lich, trying to take out the Shadow Fiend, but Twaxak coming in to save his life. But now they're turning the fight once again. It's only the Clockwork that's gone down. Hori, he's going to fall as well. Beautiful little jump in there. That is Eel Scepter, just allowing the team to catch up. Killing spree going there. 19,000 team net worth going into the favor of for the boys, but a quick buyback coming in there from Blind Chicken. 20 seconds for Macro Pyre. And just look at the damage that Child is doing. So much damage coming through. Just by Vengeful Spirit being so close to Drow Ranger.
Jackpot.
Nice little stack here. Hasn't been taken out yet.
Haste.
But for the boys, is going to back away. Just going to try and get those additional items. I think Child would definitely want to finish up that Manta style. And Clockwork, he's just on his own mission at the moment. Busy with the Agnum Scepter as well. He's been busy with that one for quite a while. He's only picked up the point booster. But he does have enough now for the 1/3 of the recipe, Staff of Wizardry, or the Ogre Axe, or the Blade of Alacrity.
Boom, there it goes.
I don't, however, feel that Void was the best pick for this match. I mean, he's been countered by so many heroes here, especially the Venge and the Witch Doctor, but we do have the homing missile that's going on to Twaxak. Gunja just trying to get a little bit more vision. Does get that for a second or two. Trying to give chase onto Calamati. Does have the BKB. He's farmed up very, very well.
Illusion.
I'll take that.
But it seems that they're trying to get to that base. 100 additional gold for the D-Ward. Gunja is there. He does have the Chronosphere available. Twaxak swapping out. Oh my word. Void. He actually survives. Calamati jumping in there with the BKB. Pops the ulti. Do have a TP coming in, but he scored 3 heroes there. Homing missile coming down as well. Quick thinking there by Calamati, using that Eel Scepter to avoid any sort of damage coming through, but now he's turning his attention back. That's Twaxak getting a beautiful killing spree there, and Lich has fallen so quickly.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And beautiful initiation coming out there from the Vengeful Spirit with the swap, taking out the Void. But Void doesn't have any other item other than that of the Vladimir's offering. But he's not even really hitting that hard or fast. Quickly facing the attention towards bot. Another swap coming out. Silence. We do have Tunja jumping in, but he also gets silenced up. It's only the Clockwork that's fallen. Just look at that damage coming out there from the Drow. Absolutely insane. 217 base damage. Those flak cannons going to work. No real damage on Mount Kilimanjaro. Quickly they just focus their attention on towers now. Cold snap. It does seem that Child is in a lot of danger now. Does have the Manta style available, but he has managed to survive. Has popped the Manta.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
This could be the last couple of minutes that we have. Rocket Flare coming in, just providing that additional vision that they need.
Radiant's top tower is
And
under
it seems that
attack.
they have decided to back away. Wickerman is there. Does have the Eagle Song. It does seem that he is going to try and build into a butterfly.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack. Radiant's top shrine
And they're
has
just going to back away. Grandpa Roshan is available. And I think that is what they were waiting for.
Slake my thirst for revenge.
Sunstrike coming in. Boka has the information that he needs. But there is a invisibility rune being picked up by Twaxak. I think he's actually going to start to go hunting. Does have the 4-staff as well as the mana boots available.
bottom shrine is under attack.
The gyrocopter really needs to pick up a little bit more damage. And that's just going to make the flak cannons so much more effective. Faces Void still sitting with the power treads as well as the Vladimir's offering. And that's going to be Child once again. That's going to pick up the Aegis of Immortal. Calamati got the cheese. Got the Agnum Scepter as well. Quick rotation towards top. That is Drow. Look at the damage. That's a lot of damage coming through there from the Drow Ranger. Managing to get the tier 3 tower. There's still 2 barracks remaining. Yul Hori, he does have ulti available. Void jumping in. I think he actually missed. Calamati still has the ulti available. That's 3 euros down for Seabiscuit. And GG being called. And game number 2 is going to go to For The Boys, who quite convincingly won the match. 29 minutes into the game, 11 for 31 and 30,000 team net worth going to that of For The Boys, and they did exceptionally well. So they take the series 2-0, and very well done to the side of Seabiscuit for putting up such a hectic fight. But unfortunately For The Boys, luckily for them, have managed to pull through, and they've taken the match. So from our side, it's your boy Latre. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed the VSGaming First Division matchup For The Boys versus Seabiscuit, and as you can see, For The Boys have taken it. So from our side, hope you guys have an absolutely awesome evening, and I will definitely see you guys very, very soon. Good night.